everybody. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm recording on my phone because I'm sitting at my kitchen table and I was editing and I just realized, oh my God, it's No Tag Tuesday. I almost missed it because Labor Day weekend, lots going on. I'm in my dining room. It's my goth kitchen behind me in case you haven't seen it. It's blurry right now. But anyway, it is No Tag Tuesday and this is the Labor edition. We're doing this, I think we're still doing bi-weekly. I don't know when we're going back to the weekly one, but this is a bi-weekly one. These are questions from Jay. If you're new to No Tag Tuesday, this is where a group of us send questions to the group and they're just kind of like little things about us. They're fun questions. I did one on diners. I did a diner edition a couple weeks ago. I'll put a card at the end of the video if you want to watch my diner No Tag Tuesday. So No Tag Tuesday is when we don't sit and tell everybody who's doing it. You know, we're not tagging every single person in the video, but there will be a list below of people who are in the group. If you want to check out some interesting and fun channels, they'll all be down there. So let's go. Labor edition. Quickie for a Tuesday, because I'm getting ready really quickly before we do this. I'm getting ready to pack up. I am going to be on the road to Detroit. And I'm going to be recording content in Detroit all week, and you are not going to want to miss it. It is going to be probably since Hampton Beach. It's hard to top Hampton Beach, I know, but I think this content might do it. I'm going to meet with another YouTuber, and we're going to film together, and it's someone who's been in my collab videos. So I'm going to meet up with someone in Detroit, and we're going to have a slumber party, so that's going to be pretty fun. And lots of other things. I don't want to give it away. So let's just do No Tag Tuesday. But next week, you are going to see lots of things. I will probably be uploading shorts and things in my community tab going on in Detroit. So make sure you check that out. Go follow me on Instagram. The links are all below. There's a link tree with all of my socials and everything. And you can follow me on Instagram and see what I'm doing in Detroit. But it's going to be fun. Mostly spending time with family. Spending a lot of time with my dad, who is 91, and he's going to be in my videos. So I'm filming a lot with my dad, going to be filming with my brother. We're going out and spending a day together, so that's going to be fun. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't say anymore. I'm so excited, though. I'm so excited. We're doing so many fun things. And, of course, you'll see Jeremy, because Jeremy and I are probably going to be having a couple of lives going on this week. I will try to schedule them and get them updated, but I believe it's going to be this Thursday and this Saturday night. Jeremy and I will be here live, talking to everyone, just goofing around, drinking, having a good time in Detroit, in my old hometown, right in downtown Detroit, where I used to live in Indian Village, if anyone's familiar with the area, right near Belle Isle, right across from the Detroit River. That is where I will be hanging out all week until next week. Then I'll be home and back to our regularly scheduled programming. But things are going to be a little different. It's going to be, I'm going to be having some fun stuff going on around here because we're going into my favorite season, spooky season, fall, all the good things, all the things we love, cooler weather, all my favorite clothes. And so this is the Labor edition of the questions, which had to do a little bit with Labor Day. So this is interesting for me too, because, let's see. Number one, what is the best job you ever had? That's a hard one. Because I would say all of my jobs were the best jobs at the beginning. Everybody could say that. At the beginning, they're always awesome, right? You're like, this is the greatest job. I mean, sometimes. I guess everybody doesn't do that. But for me, like when I was a hairstylist, that was the greatest job ever. And doing makeup and hair. I would say when I was working at the salon in Troy that I was working at, in Troy, Michigan, I was working at a salon there. It was really cool because it was right near, within like a quarter mile of the cosmetology school I went to. So I drove by that every day. So it was kind of neat. I was like right there. But I was working at the salon and my seat was in the back. My station was in the back. And it was the last chair. And then it opened up into the skincare and makeup area. And since I did hair and skincare and makeup, I would hop between doing someone's hair. I would do an eyebrow wax. I would do hair. I would do someone's makeup. I would do their hair and then their makeup. I would do a skincare thing and then their makeup. But I was doing everything I loved. So I'd say that salon specifically, that was probably my favorite job because I got to do everything. I had so much fun. I did a lot of weddings. I did a lot of proms. I did a lot of homecomings. So all of those I would do makeup and hair for. And that was really fun. That was always a good time. Number 2, what's the worst job I ever had? I never had a worst job, honestly. Okay, I'm going to say my worst job, and it's not even worst like you're going to think, but my very first job out of high school, I worked in a candy shop and a chocolate shop that was in the local mall. If anyone's from Michigan, Lakeside Mall up on Hall Road, my Michigan people will be like, oh my God, I totally know. I can't remember the name of the chocolate place I worked for, but it was one of those like chocolate places in the mall. You walk in and it was not Godiva. It was a different one. This was back in like 1986. So don't ask me to remember. I forget. It was really cool, but the reason it was the worst was because I love sweets and I love chocolate. But after you're in working with chocolate all day, it's like just the smell of it. And it was so sweet all the time. I was almost getting a headache. So it was like chocolate nonstop all day long. Also really hard to like want to keep in shape or be healthy when you're like eating chocolate all day. But I did get really good at something though. They would say, you had to weigh out a pound of something and I could just eyeball it, boom, put it on the scale. It was a pound. And I got like really good at weighing a pound of whatever it was. I was like, a pound of this, it's this much, boom, it's a pound. I'd maybe have to take one thing off or put one thing on. But that was a tough job because it was in the mall. Nobody likes working in a mall. Come on. It was in a mall and it was my first job and everybody thought it was so cool. They're like, oh my God, your first job, you're like a teenager and you're working in a candy shop, but too much of a good thing. Let's just say that. Number 3, what's the most difficult schedule I've ever worked? That's easy. That was when I was working at PetSmart and I was grooming dogs and I was training. And Tuesday was the worst day of my life because I would open the salon, I think Tuesdays, or usually Tuesdays, I would be at the salon. Sometimes I'd have to open if somebody called off. So I'd be there at like 7 or 8 in the morning or whatever. Yeah, 7. I'd have to start at 7. And then at, what time was it? I forget now, but like 5 or 6 or 7, I would do dog training. So I would groom dogs all day. I would be all gross. I'd be covered in hair. I'd be exhausted, completely worn out, just feeling like really icky and really tired because physically just grooming dogs all day is exhausting. Especially it was like boom, 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 grooming, just fast going through it. Not the way I like to groom, which is why I'm a private dog groomer now. I don't do that anymore. I don't do that to myself. I don't like it. But then I would have to change my clothes. I would have to try to clean myself up and look like presentable because then I had to go up to the dog training area, throw my dog trainer shirt on and not look like I was exhausted and had been grooming dogs all day. I had to like kind of clean up a little bit and look presentable because I was teaching. Then I'd go up to the dog training area and I would teach dog training. And by the time I was done with that, the store was closing basically. And they were like, oh, can you help with closing duties? And I'm like, I've been here for 14 hours. So that was the worst schedule ever. And I hated it. I hated it. I did not want to groom and train on the same days, but somehow that worked out that way. And yeah, I left. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Not just because of that, some other things. Number 5, who was the best or worst manager or supervisor you ever had? I never had a worst, thankfully. In my whole life, I don't remember ever having a worst. But I did have a couple of bests. Like Dana, who was the grooming manager at PetSmart. She was a sweetheart. She was really cool. A couple of the managers at PetSmart were really cool. The managers there were awesome. When I was there at that time, the managers were great. And it sucked because they were good people. Really, really great, really sweet people who absolutely you have to love animals to work there. And they were really cool people, but they were put under this pressure because it's a corporate pet place. And that's not good for anyone who loves animals. Corporate and pet, you lose all the, what's the word I'm looking for? The personal nature, the caring, it's all about, when you take something that you're so passionate about, like animals, and then you turn it into the corporate level, they're like money, 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 sales, sales, sales. They don't mesh, which is another reason I left. But I had great managers at PetSmart. They were awesome. None of them are there anymore, by the way, because you know why? They're good people like me. And we were like, we can't do this anymore. 6, what is the most jobs you ever worked at the same time? 3. I worked 3 jobs at the same time when I was trying to go to art school in Detroit. I was going to Center for Creative Studies, and I could not afford it. Art school was ridiculously expensive. Couldn't afford it, working 3 jobs. It was a nightmare. It almost killed me. 7, have you ever worked in a union? How did you like it? No, I have not. Never been in a union job. Mostly because it was all either, I was a hairstylist. I worked at Pepsi, but I was not a truck driver, so I wasn't in a union. I was just in Pepsi in the office, and I was a merchandiser for Pepsi for a time. So none of that was union. So no, I've never been in a union job. And PetSmart was not union. Should be. No. I swear, I don't know. Sometimes at PetSmart, I was like, there should be a union for the dog groomers, at least, if nothing else. I said it. Moving on. Number 8, did you do chores as a kid and were you paid allowance? Yes and yes. Number 9, what is your dream job if you qualified for anything? This is it. I mean, creating content and telling my story, telling stories and telling my story through content and through videos. I would love to actually keep going and make more movies. Like I did that a day at Hampton Beach, and it was kind of like a full-length movie. It was an hour and 50 minutes. I can't believe I did that. And I loved it, but I want to do more that's even, more long content like that. And I want to do more documentary kind of long form content. I love it. And yes, I'm qualified for it. I think I am. If you watch my videos and if you watch my Hampton Beach, A Day in the Sun is what it's called. A Day in the Sun. I'll put at the end of this video, I'll put a link to it. If you want to watch it, it's great to put on in the background. It's an hour and 54 minutes long. It's my entire day condensed into a couple hours at Hampton Beach. I started at sunrise and I ended at sunset. So I'm really proud of it. I love it. For my first real long form thing, I really love that. Where am I? Number 10. How many places have you worked on the books in your life? What does that mean? How many places have I actually worked total? I don't even know. Probably 12. I mean, I worked at 3 different salons, and 3 salons, 3 jobs as a teenager. It says 3, 6, Pepsi 7, PetSmart 8. No, 8, I think. 8, and then I'm self-employed now, so 9 is if you want to count that. So that's it. But yeah, hope you liked it. A little bit about me, a little short video. If you want to watch my documentary, Day in the Sun, at the end, it's here. Check out everybody below. And I'm going to go because I have to get ready to leave. I'm packing everything up. Got my laptop case, packing up all my things. I got a huge list of to-dos for today. And oh my God, I have to get everything ready so that it's easy for my hubby to take care of all the animals while I'm gone. And I am taking gifts to a whole bunch of people in Michigan, so that's going to be cool too. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and come back for interesting stuff next week from Detroit. I don't know if it'll all be uploaded next week. I'm probably going to space it out. Come back for the lives on Thursday, possibly Friday. I may do a live. I may do a special live on Friday for a little while, and Saturday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I may be live here all 3 nights. And if you can't do it, you can't watch them, I always re-upload them. They're always there so you can watch them in the future. They're always a lot of fun. They're off the wall. They're unscripted. They're just whatever we're going to talk about. We just chat with everybody. So, Jeremy and I are going to do something really cool for ours. We already kind of have plans. So come back for all that, and I will see you in Detroit soon. Okay, bye everyone. Have a great day.